Evening, Mr. Ribbon. Hope you're all well. Range Day Bro is the name of the channel. Only just come across it now. That's why I've just subscribed and liked the video. I watched about a minute of it and I thought I'd better bring it forth. Kirk assassination, new video evidence, changes everything is the name of the video. Hinges everything, because I missed the C. Changes everything. So, I've already put a video up there talking about this. And the guy on the video was suggesting that possibly he wasn't shot from the front, he was shot from the side, from his right side. Now, within that video, which I think, if you go back, it is on this channel, he also thinks he sees a muzzle flash from that window on the video. I remember him seeing, and I remember seeing the flash, but he wasn't sure. So we've got a video here now, and yeah, the guy, his mate apparently, who's analysed this, thinks he can see the bullet coming down, and I think I can maybe see it myself. And the previous video that I mentioned, we thought we had a shot of the bullet in flight before it got to Charlie. So I think this could maybe prove that he was shot from the right, basically, and that everything we've been told is bollocks, and this could be a bigger job than what's being suggested. So let's have a listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have acquired proof that the FBI's official story is false, whether knowingly or unknowingly. We're going to have an entire monologue and talk about a lot of these things after I show you this, but if you take nothing else away from this video, you need to see this.
So, sorry, I'm just going to pause it. So, again, if you watch the previous video, Charlie's sat below here. This is to Charlie's right. The guy in the previous video mentioned the muzzle flash, which I also seen in the video, but he wasn't sure. But it appears it was. Now, I think we can see the bullet in flight slightly or I did when I first watched this. Plus, again, the previous video I mentioned was saying exactly the same thing. So we've got kind of two people now saying that there's a bullet from the left, and this could be right. It could be an exit wound that we're looking at on his neck.
And in that video, you can see the same, what appears to be the bullet coming down, and it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
So you're not counting gang violence. Great.
So this,
Yeah, I mean, I think it does. Let's go again.
You're not counting gang violence. Great.
so this video was created by a friend of mine who is a Marine. You'll see him here at the end. This is the angle he is showing the shot coming from, showing where Charlie was sitting, and the angle of the shot, which will correspond with this video here, which unfortunately we will...
Sorry to interrupt again. One thing I will say, should the bullet have come from the direction that the FBI is stating, surely there would be a hole in the white thing behind Charlie here, this tent that he's got set up. Surely there would be a hole in the tent.
blur out Charlie's face, but we will show what is necessary to prove that this was an entry and exit wound. So you'll see him circle the highlighted area right there, and you'll see the exit wound corresponding after, a split second after, as it would from an entry and exit wound. So in this footage,
Yeah, you see the blood splatter. I mean, that is instant death, to be honest, where it's hit him there in the back of the head and coming out the neck. It probably is instant death, luckily for Charlie. But it does look like a blood splatter, an exit wound. We see a muzzle flash. So I think the guy we watched originally, I can't remember the name of the channel, but he nailed it. I think this is actually what's happened. It's come from the right.
you can clearly see that Charlie is shot from his back right, and there is blood splatter coming out of the entry wound.
Yeah, there definitely is. There absolutely definitely is.
He is shot from his back right, and there is blood splatter coming out of the entry wound.
And that does look like it's the exit wound, like the other guy said.
Immediately after a shot. The first arc is kind of down, as if it's just gushing out from the entry wound. And then the second shot corresponds with when his head kind of snaps forward. That fluid then flips up in relation to that motion, so you can see there's that second splatter flipping up into the air.
It's undeniable for me, really. It's undeniable. We see the blood splatter. There it is. You can literally see it. When the bullet comes out, it is an exit wound. That's why it's so large. We see a muzzle flash in the original piece of footage and in the previous video we've watched. So I think we can pretty much say that we've been lied to here, and Charlie was shot by someone else from the right. And yeah, this is because there's no way these people haven't examined the body when they've got the body, and there's a bullet wounds in the back of his head at the right, and his neck. It's not right through his neck. There's no way somebody can make that shot and go upwards from where the original shooter was sat. So there's no way they don't know from examining the body in an autopsy. Absolutely no way they don't know. So we're clearly being lied to.
This is something that I hadn't seen to this date. I saw this for the first time late in the evening yesterday, and I decided that this needed to be put out immediately because no one that I know of is talking about this. So big shout out to my friend who actually found this and created this video. You'll see him here in just a moment, but let's just one more time look at this shot. You see, bullet comes in.
Plus, again, I maintain there should be a hole in the tent if he was shot from the front.
In that circled area, you have the blood splatter go down, then up, and then immediately after, you see the exit right here with the skin being pierced, and then the exit wound emerges. And again, that is not a far distance for a bullet to travel, whatever the caliber is, whether it be 5.56, 308, 30-06. It's not even a debate at this point. It doesn't matter what caliber killed him. What matters is that the official narrative is not true. Again, whether the FBI knows or not that they're lying, but this is 100% conclusive evidence that Charlie Kirk was shot in the back of the head, and it exited through the front of his throat. All of the evidence points to Charlie being shot from his back right. Now, including this little blood splatter that we can see here against the white backdrop, the extreme hemorrhaging from the front of his neck, which again corresponds with an exit wound, the extreme loss of blood. No matter what the caliber is, that distance, that amount of meat is not enough for most bullets to expand. I mean, 99.9% of bullets will not expand in that short distance. Most of them require 12 to 14 to 16 inches even sometimes of tissue to expand properly. Also, Charlie tensing up correlates and proves that he was hit in his spine. It's a spinal injury. Any of the game that I've shot in the neck or in the high vitals where you impact the spine, the game usually drops right in its tracks because you sever the spinal cord. This is again exactly what we see with Charlie. He tenses up. His head movement also correlates with being shot in the back of the head. His head snaps forward, and then he tenses up, and you see him fade away, drop the mic, and was absolutely traumatizing video footage. And I'm sorry to have to show you guys this again, but this needs to be seen and talked about because this is going to be surprising.
Yeah, that's the problem. Unfortunately, we have to watch it because in order to get to the truth and the bottom of what's going on, you have to see the evidence. Unfortunately, that's the way of things. So again, I apologize for forwarding the video and playing the footage, but it's kind of important, to be honest. It's kind of important, and there's a bigger game of play here. And Charlie Kirk could have been assassinated for a bigger cause, for possibly a bigger cause. Maybe was it to cause civil war in America? Again, a possibility. I'm not 100% sure of why he would do this, but again, this is also why he's died instantly. He's been shot through the back of the neck, through the spine, severed the spinal cord, as the guy said. Died instantly, and the guy shooting, and whoever he was shooting, because it's not the guy that they're claiming, he's probably targeted the back of his neck on purpose to kill him. It was a killer shot. Absolute killer shot, and that could as well mean it was more of a professional hit. Knew exactly where to hit him to kill him instantly. So the plot thickens, to be honest. The plot absolutely thickens with what we're seeing here. So it's another John F. Kennedy. It's another John F. Kennedy, like I mentioned in the last video. And again, the last video, the guy was right, to be honest. The guy was right. This is just kind of more evidence that guy was right. There is a shot, there is a muzzle flash from that window. He does look like an exit wound. This is just a bit more evidence with the blood splatter.
suppressed in the algorithm. So make sure you share this with any of your friends, your family members. Save this video, whatever you need to do. So this video was actually provided to the channel by a friend of mine who is a Marine, and I forgot to show you the end of the video here. So this is my friend who actually made the video. I want to just give him a shout out. I will link his socials down in the description below. Again, he is the one who brought this to my attention. This is his video. He created this. He did the drawings on it, and he sent it to me to allow me to use it to show you guys what we're talking about. So he says, I have been shot many times, 3 times to be exact, and I know exit and entry wounds. I have extensive firearms training inside the Marines and the civilian world as well. It appears that Charlie was shot in the back right side of his head and the bullet exited through his neck. The moment I saw the video and he tensed up, I thought, that looks like a headshot given the fact that he seized up. It is very common. It is a very common occurrence with a headshot. So this dude, of all people, would know what an entry and exit wound looks like on his own body, literally up close in 4K HD, as they say. So if anyone is qualified to talk about it, it is this dude. He is a super cool guy, so please go ahead and check him out. And I really appreciate him sending me this over, because until he sent this to me, I just hadn't seen anything like it. Now,
well, we've seen the other video and it was inconclusive, but I think this is a bit more evidence to suggest that that guy was right. Can't remember the name of the channel, and the video is on my profile if you go back, probably on the news. So Range Day Bro is the name of this channel anyway. Again, it's got a lot of fucking guns in the background here. I don't know if they're real or it's just a picture, but he is American, so they could be real. So it's, I mean, I don't know if he's going to show us any more here. He's going to talk more, yeah. So it's looking a lot like Charlie Kirk was assassinated by in a bigger plot for a bigger agenda. Is the outcome of what we're seeing here, really.
Now, I wanted to be sure, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't like doctored footage. So I went to one of the original videos that I saw posted the day of Charlie's assassination. And right here I have it paused where you can see that splash that I'm talking about from the entry wound. And you can see it slowed down. This guy in this video is actually talking about the F in this on his shirt and the ring, some other stuff that really has nothing to do with it. People are arguing about body armor. You could see Charlie's, his nipples through his shirt, his chest, his breasts through his shirt, but you can see that he has no body armor on right here. Okay, this would all be one slick piece of play.
Again, that's a mic with the other guy on the other video went through it. He's got a mic clipped to his t-shirt, which is clipped to a wire, which goes round to the back of his ear, and when he's shot and jolted his neck, as he has, it's all unhooked, and it's a mic, that black thing.
It's already been established there's no body armor, so this is actual proof right here. He slowed this video down perfect. You see the blood right here, dripping out of his head from the entry wound, and the bullet is coming from here down through here, okay? Hit play.
And I went into the grass, and that grass, incidentally, has been filled in with concrete now already within a week of Charlie Kirk being assassinated. The entire grass area where he's currently sat has been filled in with concrete.
And there it goes. So again, I wanted to confirm the footage I had seen originally was not, in fact, doctored in any way. So you can see it here as well, a little piece down there, and it actually goes up a little bit off frame here from my screen recording. So you can see clearly entry, exit, then, of course, the part we can't show here on YouTube. So irrefutable evidence that he was shot in the back of the head. Clear as day to me. Now that may be a hard pill for a lot of you to swallow, and without doubt, the non-player characters who just buy into the narrative, as well as the thousands and hundreds of thousands of bots, will likely attack me in this video because I'm showing the truth. I'm going to...
You won't get that from here, pal. You won't get that from here. You won't be attacked for your opinions or your video or your evidence, to be honest. I kind of think you're right. That's the problem. I kind of think you're right. From the other video before, I was umming and ahhing, but this now with this close-up footage and the blood splatter, and yeah, it does look like he's been shot from the right. And again, we've got the window footage with a flash in the window.
I'm going to ask for you guys to share this video so that this word gets out, so that more people can see the truth of what happened to Charlie Kirk. I want to take a look at this photo next. This guy's talking about this bush up here in the top left of this photo, and he zooms in on it, and he's stating that it does look suspicious. It does look suspicious. It looks like there is a person right here, and it looks like there is a rifle right here that the person is holding. A hand here, support hand, sort of very blurry image, but you can clearly make out that this is not just a bush. This is a human skin tone right here.
The thing is, it's like with John F. Kennedy, the whole grassy knoll. Was there another shooter? And apparently there was 3 shooters. And again, when you're going to assassinate somebody, that's the thing. Is usually, especially if it's a professional hit, you have more than one shooter. Because what if one guy misses? You know what I mean? If you definitely want to kill somebody, no questions asked. Yeah, you have more than one shooter, so there could have been. And the guy on the roof, again, we've seen him jump off in some footage. But again, there is this muzzle flash from the window, as we've seen here. This again, and the bullet looks like it's coming down. There is a bit of footage in the other one where we think we've actually got the bullet in flight.
And it does line up with the actual gunshot itself.
They're not counting gang violence. Great.
So, yeah, I mean, I kind of think this is what's happened, to be honest. He's been shot from the right, not from the guy, in the back of the neck. But it just means the plot thickens massively, and we're being lied to, and he could have been killed for a much bigger agenda. But this is the problem you've got, is people would rather believe it was some weird left-winger, just some random weird left-winger, than believe there's some sort of big conspiracy at play here. But that could be the way of things. It could be part of a bigger conspiracy, bigger agenda, possibly to start civil war in America, possibly. But yeah, again, could that be the plan? Could civil war be the plan, even in Britain? And Tommy Robinson, are we playing into the hands of the elites, and that they want trouble, they want anarchy, they want civil war? So I'll leave it there, really. But that's the video, that's the evidence. The channel's Range Day Bro. And that's the second video we've seen now, claiming that Charlie Kirk was shot from the right, from this window, and not by the guy that is claimed by the FBI. I'll leave it there, peace.